Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and once again I welcome you all to my academic IELTS reading video. This is the second video of this series. If you haven't watched the first video, you must watch that, and if you have watched the first video, congratulations. Now we are going to go on and we are going to solve your favorite type of questions in academic reading, and that is true, false, not given. Now I'm going to tell you how to read the question, how to read the statement, how to scan for that very idea in the passage, and then how to locate the answer, how to match the question with the statement in the passage, and then how to decide whether it is true, false or not given. And I'm also going to tell you how to decide whether it is false or not given. What is the difference between false and not given? So we are going to start from here. All you need to do, you need to be with me, follow me, watch me, just see how I read the question. What is my own strategy of solving all these questions? So you got to be active while watching this video. Everything is gonna be fine. Okay, so let's take a start with true, false, not given. And I told you before, we are going to beat IELTS reading together. Okay, like I'm chewing a gum now. In the same way, we are going to chew IELTS reading together. Okay, so wait a minute. Small one. I can't do it. Anyways, let's take a start. Well, now let's take a start. We've got true, false, not given. This is the type of questions we have over here. Do the following statements agree and all that. And by the way, you should read this carefully someday. Statement agrees with the information, contradicts, and there is no information. Okay, so at times students ask me it's difficult to decide between true and false and not given. Sometimes they think it is false, but actually it's not given. They think it is not given, then it is false. So here, let's see if we've got all true, false, not given, then I can explain that to you. In this case, first read the questions. The question is, archaeologists realized that the boat had been damaged on purpose. Now the clue thing is, okay, there is one thing. They might mention, and they would mention rather, that archaeologists realized that boat had been damaged. Now boat had been damaged, that's fine, but what you need to find out and where you need to decide whether it is true, false or not given, that is on purpose. Now if, I told you before, convert it into if clause. If the boat was damaged on purpose, then it is true. If the boat was damaged while doing it and it wasn't on purpose, then it is false. And if they don't tell us whether it was damaged on purpose or it damaged itself, then it is going to be not given. So the most important thing here is actually on purpose. Now what we need to do, we need to find something which is related to boat and damage, or for boat we use the wreckage or wreck or anything like that. Okay, so here we have the passage and we see where do they talk about this type of thing. We've been through here. Okay, small team and Canberra at the base of deep 6 meters. Now they are finding structure revealed, cleaning away. Waterland, prehistoric, preserved by the type. Okay, about 9 meters of the boat length was recovered. Okay, wedges, timbers. Alright, curve. I'm looking for something like damage, watertight by pads of moss, and or the timbers that close to the recovered end of the boat had been removed in antiquity when it was abandoned, but much about its origin shape could be deduced. There was also evidence for missing upper side planks. The boat was not a wreck. Okay, the boat was not a wreck. Now they say there was also evidence, let's read from here clearly, there was also evidence for missing upper side planks. Now upper side planks were actually missing. The boat was not a wreck but had been deliberately you know why? Because deliberately and on purpose, both are same. So if you know synonyms, IELTS reading is a piece of cake. The boat was not a wreck but had been deliberately discarded. Discarded means damaged. So deliberately discarded, dismantled and broken these three words. The answer is here, on purpose. Now what's the question? The question says, archaeologists realized that the boat had been damaged on purpose. Yes, exactly. So the answer to this is true or true. Okay, I'm overjoyed and excited. Whenever I do reading, I don't know, I become so excited. Let's go on. Question number 7. Question number 7 is actually, initially only the technological aspects of the boat were examined. Now if initially, this is first thing, only the technological aspects of the boat were examined, then it is true. If initially they examined other aspects as well, then it is false, right? And if they don't tell us that initially which aspects of the boat were examined, then it is going to be not given, right? So this is quite complicated statement. They say initially. Now it can be at the later stage they did that, then it can be false as well. But we got to see whether initially only the technological aspects of the boat were examined or not. So technological aspects, we need to look for that, and then we look for examine and these type of words. And again I tell you, you need to go on and you will find it. We read until here. Okay, with hindsight it was significant that the boat was found and studied by mainstream archaeologists, alright, found and studied by, who naturally focused on its cultural context. Yeah. Why? I tell you. Now what are they saying? The answer is here, right? Let's read the question once again. The question says, initially only the technological aspects of the boat were examined. Now what are they saying here? They are saying, with hindsight, it was significant that the boat was found and studied by mainstream archaeologists who naturally focused on its cultural context. Now they are saying here cultural context, and in the question they are saying initially only the technological aspects. Now not technological, cultural. Hence this statement is going to be false. Now you understand, huh? Yeah, this is Asad Yaqub who is teaching you all the details and who is teaching you very well, because I teach from my heart. I don't teach from brain, from mind. I teach you all from my heart, and you are my students. You learn from me, from your heart. That's why we have a heart-to-heart connection. Okay, quite sentimental. Anyways, number 8, archaeologists went back to the site to try and find the missing northern end of the boat. Now this is the thing. If archaeologists went back to the site where they found it to try to find missing northern end of the boat, then it is going to be true. If archaeologists did not go back to the site to find the missing northern end of the boat, then it is false, and otherwise it can be not given. So the statement is archaeologists went back to the site to try and find. Have you noticed one thing? I read the statement 2 to 3 times, because in one time I don't understand clearly. So I have to focus, okay, archaeologists, and when I read I imagine, I visualize archaeologists, I visualize a site, I visualize the northern end of the boat. So through my visualization I jump into the ocean, into the ocean of IELTS reading. So archaeologists went back to the site to try to find missing northern end of the boat. Now let's just go back and we see where is going to be the answer. All right, yeah, we were here. Cultural context. Now we got to see archaeologists went back and all that stuff, right? Ancient boats, northern end. Yeah, northern end is important. We need to find that. We were here. It's all about, we know this already. This is about conference. Within 7 years excavation, the Dover boat had been conserved and displayed, but it was apparent that there was issues that could not be all right. Seemed the solution about reconstruction, half scale, full sized, would permit assessment of the and the missing end. Okay, the possibility of returning to Dover to search for the boats unexcavated northern, oh yeah, we found this word, unexcavated northern end was explored, but practical and financial difficulties were insurmountable. The answer is here. I'm sure the answer is here. Okay, now we have located where the answer is. So what we are going to do, we are going to read the question once again. The question says, archaeologists went back, actually they went back to the site to try and find the missing northern end. Okay, now we see whether they went back or they didn't go back. The possibility of returning, possibility means they did not actually go back, but there was the possibility. Now this is only the likelihood, or these are only the chances that could be done, or things that could be done but they didn't do. It's that the possibility of returning to Dover to search for the boat's unexcavated northern end was explored, but practical and financial difficulties were insurmountable, and there was no guarantee that the timber had survived the previous decade in the changed environment. Now this is what they thought, this is what they wanted to do. There was the possibility of doing it, but actually they did not do it, right? So that's why the answer, archaeologists went back, they did not go back. They only assumed that if we go back, there is the possibility this happens, that happens and all that. So they did not go back actually. This is just what they imagined, what they thought to do, but they didn't do it because they didn't have the funds. That's why it's going to be false as well. So number 8 is also false. See that we found 3. I'm explaining you. That's why it's taking time. Otherwise I can do it quickly. Number 9, evidence found in 2004. Now we know we read somewhere 2004 in the passage already. Evidence found in 2004 suggested that the Bronze Age boat had been used for trade. Yeah, now that's what we need to see. Evidence found in 2004 suggested that the evidence they found suggested that the Bronze Age boat had been used for trade. Now the main thing is trade. If it was used for some other purpose, then it is false, and if they don't tell us whether it was used for trade or anything, then it's going to be not given. Now let's just see. We've done until here. Now we need to go on, because in true false not given also the questions and answers, they are in the same order. Okay, we found 2004 over here. Detailed proposals to reconstruct the boat, we found one answer as well, drawn up in 2004. Archaeological evidence was beginning to suggest a Bronze Age community, okay, straddling the channel, brought together by the sea rather than separated by it. Okay, now next, what do they say? In a region today divided by language and borders, archaeologists had a duty to inform the general public about their common cultural heritage. Now do you see anything here which is about this question? The question is actually evidence found in 2004 suggested that the Bronze Age boat had been used for trade. They don't mention anything about that. Again I read from here. Drawn up in the archaeology evidence was beginning to suggest a Bronze Age. Now beginning to suggest means what they are going to say. The answer is here. Bronze Age communities straddling the channel, brought together by the sea rather than separated by it. In a region today divided by languages and borders, archaeologists had a duty to inform the general public about their common cultural heritage. They don't say anything about the boat being used for trade. Evidence found in 2004 suggests that the Bronze Age boat had been used for trade. They didn't mention it anywhere, hence it is not given. Now it's not false, it's not given because they did not tell us anything about the use of the boat. So this is how you can solve the questions, and this fly is also practicing IELTS from me as well, right? Thank you. Welcome back. So true, false, not given, not a problem. Now it should not be a problem for you. I mean, just now you have learned all these things, so I would recommend to take at least 1 or 2 practice tests with true, false, not given, so that you could apply all the techniques there and definitely these techniques are going to help you because I have solved the test using the same techniques. So if you apply these techniques on other tests, they will help you there as well. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I run another channel, Asad Yaqub Vlogs. Please subscribe to that channel as well. And I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, you can contact me for that. Let's celebrate our success. We have solved true, false, not given. So let's celebrate. I blow a bubble for you. Wait a minute. It's a small bubble, so the small chewing gum and the small bubbles. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.